Hello, my dear student. I am Anita, and this is chapter number 9, Force and Laws of Motion, CBSE Class 9 Science, Part 4. In this chapter, we are going to study about third law of motion. It states that when one object exerts a force on another object, the second object instantaneously exerts a force back on the first. These two forces are always equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So one is exerting force on another. In turn, another object is also exerting a force on the first one. Or the other statement is, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, and they act on two different bodies. The example of third law of motion. For this, consider two spring balance A and spring balance B. When a force is applied through a free end of the spring balance A, that means from here, it is observed that both the spring balances shows the same reading on the scale. That means if we see the reading over here in A spring balance as well as in B spring balance, both the readings will come out to be the same. The force which balance A exert on the balance B is called the action force, and the force of balance B on the balance A will be called as the reaction force. So action and reaction both are equal and opposite to each other. Consider next example of third law of motion. When a gun is fired, it exerts a forward force on the bullet. So when the gun is fired, the bullet will move in the forward direction. The bullet exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on the gun. And what will happen to the gun? Gun will move little bit in backward direction. That is the recoil of the gun. This result in the recoil of the gun. Since the gun has much greater mass than the bullet, the acceleration of gun is much less than the acceleration of bullet, and so the bullet will move a larger distance and gun will move a shorter distance. Next example of third law of motion. When a sailor jumps out of a rowing boat, as the sailor jumps forward, the force on the boat moves it backward. So the sailor is moving in forward direction and the force will be exerted on the boat and the boat will move in backward direction. Sailor moving forward is the action force, boat moving backward is the reaction force. Both will be equal and opposite. Next topic is conservation of momentum. For this, consider a ball A of mass A moving with the initial velocity UA and ball B of mass B moving with a velocity UB. If the speed of ball A is greater than the speed of ball B, then after some time both will have a collision. That means ball A and B will come together for some time. In this, the force will be exchanged. Ball A will be exert a force on B, and in turn ball B will also exert a force on A. But both the forces will be equal and opposite. After the collision, both the ball will move with the different final velocities as VA and VB. Suppose two balls A and B of masses MA and MB are traveling in the same direction along a straight line at different velocity UA and UB respectively. Let UA is greater than UB and the two balls collide with each other. During collision, which lasts for a time t, the ball A exerts a force FAB on ball B and ball B exerts a force FBA on ball A. Suppose VA and VB are the velocity of two ball A and B after collision. That means these are the final velocities. UA and UB were the initial velocity with which the balls were traveling. According to the third law of motion, the force FAB exerted by a ball A on ball B, that will be the action force, and the force FBA exerted by a ball B on ball A, reaction force, must be equal and opposite to each other. Therefore, FAB equal to minus FBA. The forces are equal and opposite. That's why we wrote here minus. Now force is equal to mass into acceleration according to the second law of motion. But what is acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity. ma into va minus ua upon t is equal to minus of mb into vb minus ub upon t, which comes out as MAUA plus MBUB is equal to MAVA plus MBVB. From this, we can come to the statement of the law of conservation of momentum as the sum of momenta of the two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after the collision, provided there is no external unbalanced force acting on them. Or we can say the total momentum of the two objects is unchanged or conserved by the collision. Let us now see example 9.6. The question is, a bullet of mass 20 gram is horizontally fired with a velocity of 150 meter per second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. What is the recoil velocity of the pistol? The solution for this: the mass of the bullet we will specify as m1. The subscript 1 is for the bullet and the subscript 2 will be for the pistol. m1 is equal to 20 gram, which is converted into kilogram as 0.02 kg. Mass of the pistol m2 is equal to 2 kg. The initial velocity of bullet and pistol both are at rest, so u1 and u2 will be equal to 0. The final velocity of bullet v1 will be equal to 150 meter per second. We want to find out the recoil velocity. So v2 is equal to question mark. That means v2 we can consider as v, be the recoil velocity of the pistol. According to the law of conservation of momentum, total momenta after the fire is equal to total momenta before the fire. That means m1v1 plus m2v2 equal to m1u1 plus m2u2. We can change the sides also. We can say this as total momentum before fire is equal to total momentum after fire. Both way it is correct. Let us substitute the value of m1, v1, v2, u1, u2 and we will get 3 plus 2v equal to 0. That means v is equal to minus 1.5 meter per second. Minus sign indicate the gun has moved backward. Consider next example 9.7. The girl of mass 40 kg jumps with a horizontal velocity of 5 meter per second onto a stationary cart with frictionless wheels. The mass of the cart is 3 kg. What is her velocity as the cart starts moving? Assuming that there is no external unbalanced force, working in the horizontal direction. We will consider 1 as a subscript for girl and 2 as a subscript for cart. Let v be the velocity of girl on the cart as the cart starts moving. Means after jumping of girl on the cart will start moving, and so the velocity attained will be v. m1 equal to 40 kgs, m2 equal to 3 kg, u1 is 5 meter per second, u2 is 0 meter per second. Why it is 0? Because the cart is at rest, that means a stationary cart. v1 is equal to v2 equal to v, because girl will jump on the cart and both will move with the same velocity v. According to the law of conservation of momentum, total momenta after the interaction will be equal to total momenta before the interaction. So m1v1 plus m2v2 equal to m1u1 plus m2u2. 40v plus 3v is equal to 40 into 5 plus 3 into 0. Comes out to be 43v equal to 200. So v is equal to 200 upon 43, which is 4.65 meter per second. Consider example 9.8. Two hockey players of opposite teams, while trying to hit a hockey ball on the ground, collide and immediately became entangled. One has a mass of 60 kg and was moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second, while the other has a mass of 55 kg and was moving faster with a velocity of 6 meter per second towards the first player. In which direction and with what velocity will they move after they become entangled? Assume that the frictional force acting between the feet of the two players and the ground is negligible. So, in this solution, let the first player be moving from left to right. So, by convention, left to right is taken as positive direction, and thus the right to left is taken as the negative direction. The subscript 1 will be for the first player and the subscript second will be for the second player. This is the first player and this is the second player. And after entangle, in which direction they will move and with what velocity, that is the question. So, m1 is equal to 60 kg, u1 is equal to plus 5 meter per second, m2 is equal to 55 kg, u2 equal to minus 6 meter per second. Why minus 6? Because from left to right, this player 1's velocity we had taken positive and player 2's velocity will be negative as he is moving from right to left. So, we are writing here minus 6. If v is the velocity of the two entangled player after the collision, v1 equal to v2 equal to v. So, after collision, both will move with the single velocity as v. According to the law of conservation of momentum, total momentum after the collision is equal to total momentum before collision. Therefore, m1v1 plus m2v2 is equal to m1u1 plus m2u2. Let us substitute the values. 60 into v plus 55 into v equal to 60 into 5 plus 55 into minus 6. 115v equal to 300 minus 330, and we are getting it as 115v equal to minus 30. So, v will be equal to minus 30 upon 115, which is equal to minus 0.26 meter per second. Thus, the two entangled player would move with a velocity 0.26 meter per second from right to left, that is in the direction of the second player was moving before the collision. That means in this direction. Thank you.